My name is Leanna Wallace and I have epilepsy. Started out, had no clue what it was. I was about 20 years old and I would be sitting in class and all of a sudden people are talking around me and I was like, stare off into space and they don't know what just happened. I was aware of everything that was going on around me. The only thing that happened was deja vu and not being able to talk. But he said that is temporal lobe epilepsy because of where the growth is in your brain, in your temporal lobe. That's what happens, okay? It's not like you're going in to get a webbed toe fixed. This is brain surgery. It's going to be a little pricey.
When she made the decision with her team in UAB to go ahead with the whole surgical side of things, there were people in the church that contributed to her financial fund, but more importantly, the various prayer ministries of our church, Leanna got on their radar for this specific purpose.
We wanted to be able to do something for people that were either having surgery or things just happening to them, just to let them know that we're thinking about them and they can wrap up and feel the prayers and strength, that is being sent to them.
He didn't promise us that we would never hurt, that we would never go through these kind of trials, but he did promise he would never walk away, and I have not for 1 second felt afraid that I'm going through this alone because I have 100% given it over to him. And when you do that, if you can, it's way easier said than done, and I promise. I don't understand it right now, but there's a reason why this is happening, and no matter what the end outcome is, he loves me, he has a purpose for me, and everything is going to be okay. That's when you can deal with things and walk through it with peace. Bad things don't happen to good people, they happen to strong people. And I believe that he picked me, not because he wants me to hurt, but because he knows I can do this. What we go through, what we have to deal with, it's so that we can help other people who are going to deal with it later. Right after surgery, the first day, I went to Target and I bought 5 scarves. I think I bought like 6 hats because I thought I'll either, wear a baseball hat, I'll wear a scarf and a hat so I can make sure it's covered all the way down to here. And I tried it for a couple of days, but the scar was sensitive. So I sat here and I thought, this is part of the process. This is part of what you're supposed to be okay with. This is part of what you're supposed to prove is okay. So far you've proved that having surgery is okay. You've proved that having epilepsy is okay, that God will take care of you. Now it's time to make it physical. 2 people made fun of me. A ton of people have complimented me on my hair.
Yeah, I think you should keep it.
I know! I have watched The Office since it came out, and now on Netflix, if you need something in the background, it's The Office or it's Parks and Rec or New Girl, but mainly The Office. And he was testing me. So what's his name? Michael, Pam, Jim, and they said, "Who's that?" Oh no. and there were 5 of them that I couldn't get. And it took me a couple of days. I was like, okay, Phyllis, Stanley, Oscar, Angela, but there was one that I couldn't get. And it would bother me so much. Another day would go by, and I wouldn't Google it because I really wanted to make sure I could do it. 2 weeks go by.
Toby is in HR, which technically means he works for corporate, so he's really not a part of our family.
Michael would be so happy that he was the last one to make it. When these things come up, you can blame the world. You can blame God. We do this and we go through this because you're gonna meet somebody later who is also having something and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to react. They don't know how to move on. They don't know how to keep going. And you can tell them, well, I did, and I was okay, and I'm here to help you do the same thing. And I want them to know, no matter if you feel alone, you feel like you're dealing with this on your own, you aren't. You may not feel like God is holding your hand. He is. But it's really easy for us to feel on our own and really focus on that. You're never alone. You're never alone because that was what he promised us, you know? And just choose that. It's so easy to pick the pain, pick the fear. Choose that. Pick knowing that you're never gonna be on your own. Pick knowing that when Jesus died for us on the cross, he said, the Holy Spirit's coming. He'll be here. And he's active. He's still here. He's not dead. That wasn't just in the Bible. It's still happening. And we're always gonna be able to hang on to that.